What if the biggest decisions shaping your future don't feel like decisions at all? What if they feel normal? Think about that for a second. Nobody wakes up one morning and decides to waste the next 10 years. They don't have to. They simply repeat today often enough until it quietly becomes a life. That's the danger. Not bad decisions. Invisible ones. Today, we're going to find them. Scene 2, bedroom. There, did you see it? The first decision of the day. The strange part? It didn't even feel like one. Nobody forced that hand to reach for the phone. Nobody gave an order. Nobody needed to. Repetition did the work. That's how habits become invisible. Not because they're powerful, because they're familiar. Most people believe their future changes when something big happens. A promotion, a new business, a lucky investment. I don't think that's true. I think your future changes in moments so small you stop noticing them. Because every decision is a vote for the person you're becoming. The question isn't whether you're voting. You already are. The question is who's holding the ballot. Scene 3, the city. Watch carefully. Nobody planned to spend their morning like this. Nobody woke up excited to check emails before sunrise. Nobody dreamed of scrolling through strangers' lives while standing on a train. It didn't happen overnight. It happened one ordinary morning at a time. That's how the most important decisions disappear. They stop feeling like choices and start feeling like personality. Let's run a simple experiment. Imagine your phone didn't show your battery tonight, or your screen time. Imagine it showed this instead. Attention statement. Today's investments. Watching other people's lives. 2 hours 31 minutes. Building your own 23 minutes learning, 18 minutes mindless scrolling. 1 hour 42 minutes. Would you proudly share that report? Or close it before anyone else could read it? Interesting, we check our bank balance all the time. Almost nobody checks where their attention actually went. And yet one of those accounts determines the other. Next scene. What if you've been measuring wealth completely wrong? Scene 4, the price tag. Let's run one more experiment. Imagine every price tag disappeared overnight. Not because everything became free. Because money was replaced by something far more honest. Time. The watch in front of you no longer costs $3,000. It costs 400 hours of your life. That phone? 2 weeks. That car? Almost 2 years. Strange how quickly a purchase changes when you stop measuring it with money and start measuring it with pieces of your life. Because every purchase is made twice. Once with money, and once with the hours you spent earning it. Money has a remarkable quality. You can lose it and earn it again. Time has no such generosity. Once you've exchanged part of your life for something, the transaction is permanent. So maybe the question was never, can I afford this? Maybe the better question has always been, is this worth this part of my life? Scene 5, you don't have a money problem. People say they want more money. I don't think that's true. I think most people want more freedom. Money just happens to be one way of buying it. But here's the mistake. People spend years trying to improve their income, while almost nobody improves the quality of the decisions creating that income. That's like trying to harvest more fruit from a tree you never water. Think about your average day. How many decisions did you actually make? Not reactions. Decisions, there's a difference. Answering an email isn't a decision. Checking your phone isn't a decision. Accepting another meeting isn't a decision. Most of the time, it's just momentum. And momentum has an interesting habit. It keeps taking you exactly where you're already going. So here's the uncomfortable question. If nothing changes about the decisions you repeat every day, why should your future change? Scene 6, the mirror. Now the world finally becomes quiet. No meetings. No deadlines. No one is asking for your attention. Just you. And silence. Notice what your mind does next. It immediately reaches for distraction. Not because you're weak, because you've trained it to fear empty space. But empty space is where the important questions live. Here's one of them. Imagine your 10-year-old self walking through that front door. They don't know what you earn. They don't care about your job title. They don't know how many followers you have. They simply spend 1 hour watching your evening. When it's time to leave, they stop at the door and ask the following. Is this the person we wanted to become? No one else hears the question. Only you. And for a moment, the room feels very quiet. Tomorrow morning, your alarm will ring exactly as it always does. The world won't be different. Your phone won't be different. Your habits won't be different. Only one thing can be: the next decision you make. Because your future isn't created by one extraordinary moment. It's built by ordinary decisions repeated often enough to become a life. Mental Model 1. Every decision is a vote for the person you're becoming. Future Rich isn't here to tell you what to think. Future Rich is here to make sure you never stop questioning how you think. See you tomorrow.